Alright, what is up, YouTube? It's Sam here, Dude Ranch DIY. It is about 4 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. Let's see, we got, I'm not quite sure how much snow on the ground right now, roughly 8 inches, something like that, and I gotta go plow. I manage commercial properties here in Wilton, Connecticut, and you know, I'm in charge of snow control for them, and so I, you know, gotta fire up a plow truck and go plow lots and do some shoveling. So at any rate, poured myself a cup of coffee. I'm gonna get the wood stove going and leave Sully here and go start plowing. So at any rate, figured you guys can tag along for the day and you know, see what my plowing routes are, and yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Oh baby, this is plenty of snow. Alright, that does it. Alright guys, we got the plow truck cleaned up. Just plowed the driveway quick, poured myself a cup of coffee, and we are headed into Wilton Center. Stick around for the ride and you know, drop blade once we get there. Alright y'all, let's see. Just drop blade in a couple spots. Right now I am about to bust through some version POW at Chase Bank, which is one of my tenants. And let's see, that's always exciting, so I figured I would do some recording. And yeah, at any rate, let's make that happen, okay? So that is basically a wrap on the storm. I have a little bit of touching up to do where I go around and just widen out entrances, push back piles a little bit. But besides that, that's basically all she wrote. We definitely got a little less in this storm than we were expecting. We were expecting like 12 to 16. I believe we got all of 8, although the snow is compacted a little bit. At any rate, first rip. So this is the first time I've ever used this plow truck. I got it new last year and it proceeded to snow 0 inches. So I was pretty devastated. But finally got to really give this thing a good, a good run around, and it's a great plow setup. Chevy 2500 gas job with a Boss DXT stainless plow. Some of my lots are pretty straightforward, just plowing windrows. Some of them are also pretty technical, where you really do want to plow snow into a pile and then move it to another section to pile up. And using the scoop mode of this plow is awesome. It's super useful. I would highly recommend it to anybody who has ever tried it before. I definitely did shoot myself in the foot sort of with getting a V-plow, because I would argue this cut my overall plowing time almost in half, just because it's bigger truck, bigger plow, and then the ability to scoop snow. The concept of having sort of fall over on either side of the plow where snow's, coming off the side of a straight board plow is non-existent now. So you're just not backing up as often to hit windrows. So at any rate, I will do a little walk around of the truck and show it to you guys. And all right, guys, here is a little view at my brand new plow truck. This is a Chevy 2500 HD, trimmed in work truck, which is rubberized floors. But these trucks are really quite nice. The interior has, a screen and and sort of nice trim, decent steering wheel, stuff like that. And the real cherry on top to this setup is this guy, which is a brand new Boss snowplow DXT in stainless. This plow is an 8.5 foot. I know a lot of guys would be like, why not put a bigger plow on? Reason being, I got a lot of tight spaces I got to cut through, bank teller drive ups, stuff like that, and having a smaller plow is advantageous. I don't really need the extra width. So this plow is pretty unique in that it's a dual trip design. When the plow is in a straight blade mode, it trips like a regular springboard plow would, like the Western straight blade plows. And then it also integrates a secondary blade trip mechanism, which is a lot like what you see on Fishers, which is this torsion bar set up on the blades themselves, which they trip when it's in scoop mode, which is pretty useful. Have both, which is awesome. Let's see, another interesting feature on this is it's an LED setup. These are sort of a daytime running light that's on whenever the truck's on, but at night, the regular LEDs turn on and it gets really bright. A great feature these have are these integrated light lens heaters, which are basically just like little strips that run heat through them. LEDs don't really produce a lot of heat, and so it's nice to have a little element that melts off the ice when it builds up on those. So that's kind of neat. I'm not a huge fan of the mounting system on this. It's not as easy as Western's what's called the minute mount, but this one is pretty easy, self-explanatory, doesn't require a lot of muscle. If the plow's on a level ground, it's pretty easy to mount. The only other thing that I did to this truck was add backup lights by Rigid and a light bar that's LED. That one's by a company called Strobes and More, which is, I believe, out of here in Connecticut. And this one has multiple modes. One of them is just an amber that runs all the time, but if you stick with me for a second, it is also has a bunch of different modes for pulsating strobe. This one
during the nighttime is the least, you know, seizure-inducing. It's not that crazy, but some of the other ones are super duper bright and a little bit too much for me. I normally just keep it in the solid amber mode. At any rate, that is sort of a quick overview of my 2019 Silverado 2500 HD. This is Sam at Dude Ranch DIY signing out, and as always, guys, if you got something to do, do it yourself.